Have you ever agreed with a person but hated the reasoning the person used to reach the conclusion? Hey man, do you like Star Wars? Duh! Huge Star Wars fan. Favorite movie series ever. Me too, man. I am such a nerd for it. I've been a huge fan ever since Jar Jar in episode 1. Really had me hooked. What did Yusa say to me? That type of experience is part of my ongoing struggle. With liberals, I still hang on to points of agreement with them, but lately it seems the reasoning used to reach their conclusions keeps getting worse and worse. We have a problem with the shrinking middle class in the United States. Yeah, I suppose we do. I wonder why. Because of the widely debunked gender wage gap that factors neither job nor hours worked. We have a problem with gun violence in the United States. Yeah, I suppose we do. I wonder why. Because gun manufacturers are manufacturing guns. We need to hold them accountable. And notably, Donald Trump is a bad candidate. Why? Because his supporters are stupid, of course. My most painful ongoing intellectual divorce involves my fading love for a man I will always consider to be one of my major influences. Bill Maher. I don't praise his influence on me based on our agreement on all the issues, but on the wit he displays, on the way he combines humor and insight, on the way he leads you from his premises to his conclusion in an intelligent, entertaining way. Or at least the way he used to in my mind. This week, Bill broke my heart once again by sharing this Andy Borowitz quote on his Facebook page. Stopping Trump is a short-term solution. The long-term solution, and it will be more difficult, is fixing the educational system that has created so many people ignorant enough to vote for Trump. With the simple caption of agreement, yep. See, in The Great Ascent of Human Intelligence, Newton observed an apple fall from a tree and created a theory of gravity to explain it. Einstein observed Newtonian gravity and the speed of light and created the theory of general relativity, and then we reached the pinnacle. Andy Borowitz, who's so smart, he doesn't even need reasoning. To be clear, my dispute with Andy and Bill here isn't political. It's not about Trump. It's not about Trump's supporters. You could substitute any candidate in Andy's quote, and I would find it equally awful. My dispute with this claim is based on two issues. First, it drips smugness and presumed intellectual superiority. And second, it implies the role of education is to fill a mind with a specific worldview rather than with the skill set of critical thought. The first issue is huge to me. In life, you will inevitably encounter people with whom you disagree. And when that happens, you have two major approaches from which to choose. If you're Andy, you can assume this person disagrees with me because he's less intelligent than I am. I mean, obviously, I'm right. I'm me, after all. Or you can take the approach for which I would advocate. This person disagrees with me. I wonder if he has any information that I don't. Let's find out. The latter approach shows a crucial trait becoming more rare with my friends on the left: intellectual humility. When you greet disagreement with intellectual humility rather than presumed superiority, everyone benefits. The person you're talking to benefits by receiving respect and the presumption of intelligence until proven otherwise. You benefit by challenging yourself and considering the possibility that all your ideas aren't perfect, and society benefits because we have people committed to the ongoing exchange of ideas rather than the exchange of insults. The other problem I have is the implied role of education in this quote. As presented, a quality education system leads to reduced Trump votes. A quality education leads to one conclusion. A quality education leads to social conformity. Is that what education is? Is that what education should be? A simple input of information and the output of one right answer. Input facts, output Hillary vote. It's a cheesy metaphor, but a quality education isn't a library or an encyclopedia. It's a toolbox. Education isn't a set of facts. You can find a set of facts on the internet. Education is the development of critical thinking skills. Education isn't simply learning our understanding of the world around us. Education is developing the curiosity to question that understanding in order to build upon it. Education is experience in and commitment to an ongoing battle of ideas. Education shouldn't lead to one idea, it should lead to many ideas. It should lead to the questioning of everything, including oneself. And I would submit that a quality education should never lead to the type of self-assured attitude, to the type of smug superiority that Andy is expressing here. Why would Andy say Trump supporters are ignorant, I wonder? I suppose he might say because they don't like Muslims, or they don't like immigrants, or they don't like women. I'm just guessing here. I may be putting words in his mouth. But if that is the case, if he is condemning Trump and his supporters for their failure to learn about Muslims, for their failure to learn about immigrants, for their failure to learn about whomever, condemning them for their quote-unquote ignorance, why is he not subject to the same expectations he has for other people? Why is there no burden on him to learn about Trump supporters? Why isn't he curious about why people are supporting Trump? In November, something close to 50% of our voting population will support Trump. And to claim that our political divide is as simple as some people are smart and some people are stupid, well, that's a claim that just doesn't sound very educated to me. Thanks as always for listening and for supporting this channel. Always appreciate that thoughtful discussion down below and especially over on Twitter. That is @skag_3. You're always welcome to come hang out and chat in my live stream. That is linked down in the description. Looking forward to it. Okay, bye.